How to never lose momentum. If you're someone like me, full of ambition, you keep telling yourself 3 months is all it takes. I'm gonna get clear skin, I'm gonna get a six pack, and my life is completely gonna change. So you set yourself all these goals like gaining 5 kg of lean muscle, getting clear skin, better my relationship with my family, get a raise at my job, learn a certain skill, work on my business and scale to 20k per month, win my first boxing fight. You have this crazy ambition, so you hop on the road, you start your journey, you start waking up at 5 a.m., you do the deep work in the morning, you work 8 hours at your job, you do intense gym sessions, you read 20 pages a day, you do boxing sessions, you do client calls, you're going on social events, you're just putting in that crazy work, but then you find yourself with a flat tire. You know, you stop waking up at 5 a.m. You find yourself not getting those intense gym sessions. It's been 3 days since you haven't trained boxing or you haven't read. You're not getting as many clients as you wanted. You're not being as social anymore. Just find yourself with a flat tire. So you must understand in your life there are 4 tires that you must focus on. Okay? You have the physical, you have the mental, you have the spiritual, and the social. Now, inside of each one of these, there are certain areas like books, maxing, getting bigger in the gym, boxing or other sports, meditation, inner healing, reading, building skills, cold plunges, going on crazy marathons, like David Goggins, breaking the mind and killing your old self to become a new self, healing a certain health program, like getting full clear skin, be more social with your family. These are certain areas that you can put inside of each of these boxes, let's say, each of these tires. Now, they do mix, like gym gains, it's physical, but it's also gonna be mental and also spiritual. And also, if you're social at the gym, it's also, social. But what you need to understand is that the financial, why isn't the financial a tire? Because the financial will only run if these ones are here, bro. If you simply focus on financial, oh, I'm a fully lock in, I'm a work 12 hours a day, I'm a scale my business, and you just stop going to the gym as much, you maybe eat some junk food, oh, I need fuel to work, bro, and you get that quick dopamine just to focus more, you go back to some bad habit, even start jerking off or something, just to scale your business or your work. But then you find yourself lost. You get yourself burned out. You simply don't see the results even you wanted. Okay? So financial comes after this. Okay? This is top priority. Top priority. Your self development is the number one priority. You must understand that, man. Your biggest constraint in your work, in your business, is always gonna be you. It's always gonna be your skill level. It's always gonna be your level of discipline, bro. It's always gonna come down to that. So if you are focusing on just purely on this, you're not seeing the results you could get, of course. Because if you had better health, if you were more charismatic with your coworkers, if you had better confidence in your client meetings, your business would scale, of course. People would take you more serious, they would respect you more, and you'd get more sales and you'd make, more progress in the financial, okay? But the problem you're facing, why you get the flat tired, is simply because you're trying to feel all these you're trying to feel all these tires at once, okay? You must understand the reason why you have in the first place all these goals is because your tires are freaking flat, man. If your life was perfect, you would not want to fill out the tires, oh, the tires are good, don't care. No, bro, your tires are flat. That's the reason why you're trying to fill them up. But if you try to fill them up all at once, they're just gonna, you feel the mental one a bit, then you go to the spiritual, then you go to the social, and they're constantly letting the air go. So you just don't have that momentum. You need to realize you gotta feel one, then now you have momentum, so you can go to the other wheel, and this one is gonna stay full because he has the momentum, okay? He has some air. And you must understand, bro, balance is a goddamn lie, okay? There is no balance in this life. If you focus more on one thing, it's inevitable that you're not putting your attention in the other thing. So balance does not exist, bro. Balance is a lie. What you need to be chasing is purpose. That's what you need to chase, is purpose, not balance. Okay? Balance is an excuse weak people, average people tell themselves so they can justify their, mediocrity. They can say, "Oh, you gotta be balanced, bro. Have some alcohol here and there because we can't just always eat clean. You need to have some satisfaction here and there. Balance is key, bro. Moderation." They simply say that because they don't have the balls to say that they're freaking weak and they're just being pussies, okay? So look at any millionaire, for example. They went through intense periods where they were super unhealthy, they were just sitting all day, and now that they're rich, they can actually take a step back. They have the momentum in their financial side, so they can focus more on their health, okay? That's what most millionaires do. They're fat as hell, but now that they're millionaires, they have people working on the business, they can take a step back and add another tire, let's say. How do I, mix everything up, bro? Like, how do I do it if balance is a lie? Counterbalance. This is what we call it. Counterbalance is what you need, bro. So if you're on an extreme period, focusing on your physical and financial, you're going to the gym like crazy, you're scaling your business also, you're gonna find yourself, oh, the family side, I'm not seeing them as much, bro. They're slipping away. Oh, what do I do? You simply run, you catch them, and you go back into your unstable, let's say, period, okay? You go back to your era of fully locking on physical and whatever you're focused mainly on. So an example of this is you're working super hard, and then there's your son's freaking birthday. You go to your son's birthday, of course, and you see it as a reset. A reset from working so hard on yourself in the gym, okay? Sometimes taking a rest day is gonna do more to you in the long term than if you are just a maniac training every day. Oh, gotta train. No, you need that counterbalance. You don't need balance. Balance won't get you anywhere. Counterbalance will. It can avoid a lot of relapses and cravings in the future. So write 10 goals right now, not freaking 20 like you had before, okay? 10 goals, okay? Just 10 goals. And what I want you to do, bro, is cut them all. Not all. You're only gonna keep 3, okay? You can only have 3 goals. Maximum 3. If it's 2, if it's 1, even better. You can only have 1, 2 goals, okay? And from these goals, bro, because now you actually have something to fully focus on, you were trying to balance things up, trying to achieve everything. That's not possible, bro. Choose to now create 3 non-negotiables. Every night you're writing down what I need to do tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna wake up early, I'm gonna do this, that. But let's be real, man. How many of those things are actually really useful, bro? 20% of your actions bring 80% of results, okay? So what in your to-do list does actually matter, bro? If you did less, you would actually make more progress. What is the one thing, bro? The one thing. When it comes down to getting clear skin, the one thing is cutting down all sugar. The one thing to get in shape is to train every day hard as hell. The one thing to be more social and get better at girls, at approaching girls, is approaching girls on a day-to-day basis, approaching strangers. That's the one thing. Sure, you can analyze everything. How do I have the better form in the gym to maximize my gains, all that? Sure, you can do that. But the one thing, the 20% of action that is gonna get you the 80% is just showing up and training hard as hell. Is just showing up and approaching a random stranger. Is just showing up and avoiding all sugar. That's the one thing. So, what is the number one task you have to do as far for achieving your goal? Okay? Not freaking 20 goals. Oh, I have to train boxing. I have to eat clean. I have to eat 200 grams of protein in order to gain muscle. I have to record these videos. I have to do that. Edit also. I have to do client calls. No. What is the one task to your goal? Understand, man, this is a season. Right now, you might have to sacrifice your boxing, fight that you fantasize about. You might have to sacrifice a bit of the relationship with your family. You might have to sacrifice your gym gains because you want to do a boxing fight, and for that you have to cut down weight. You must understand, results that are worth having require sacrifices, bro. And the sacrifices are gonna be other goals. If you want to freaking get a six-pack, you're not gonna be able to bulk up. Actually, I gave a bad example. You can bulk up to get a six-pack if you're really skinny, but most people, if they're fat, they gotta cut down to get a six-pack. So, don't multitask, bro. Don't freaking multitask, because this is never gonna get us anywhere. It's just gonna get us to shitty results. The other day, I had a guy say to me, bro, let's do this call. I'm on my car, let's do it. And I was like, bro, what the hell? You're driving, man. I'm not gonna do the call with you. If we're gonna do the call, you have to be fully locked in, focused on the call. This is how we get the most benefits out of anything. By being in a flow state. By ignoring everything on the outside world and just being here right now doing this task, man. I can guarantee you the best times of your life, bro, was when you were playing basketball or football and you scored that goal, man. You scored that basket and you after the game try to remember, oh, what did I do? And you can't even remember. Like the memory is so fade because you were just in pure flow state. You were just there. There was nothing else in the world, bro. And this is what you should be thriving for, what you must thrive for every day. Not results, just pure flow state in the number one task you want to achieve. Okay? So this is an actionable video, man. I want you to do this right now, bro. Don't watch anything else. If you haven't written your top 10 goals and cross out 7 of them and define your 3 non-negotiable tasks that really do matter. If you couldn't do anything else in the day, you can only do these 3 things, what would they be? And then what is the number one task? And I forgot to explain, the frog, bro. This is what we call eating the frog. If I gave you a frog to eat at dinner, at what time would you eat it? Would you eat it before or after dinner? I think you would eat it before, like, oh, I'ma just get this done out of the way and then I'ma have the beautiful dinner. That's what you need to be doing. If your number one priority is get in shape, then the first thing you should do after you wake up is get the hell to the gym and get a workout in. It's the first thing you should do, bro. Or you want to bulk up and get protein in. Then yeah, you should have a breakfast full of protein to get the day started on a win. So, this is the thing most people don't understand about momentum, okay? This is the thing. Momentum is not 1 plus 1, oh, I missed a day, okay, today is a 0, equals 2. No, the reality is momentum works like this. 1 plus 1 times 0. When you miss a day of showing up, of taking action, equals 0, bro. You just went back to stake 0, essentially. The guy who never shows up. This is the progress he makes. Absolutely 0. He doesn't make any progress. Now the guy who shows up here and there, okay? What's the progress he makes? He makes some progress, then he shows up the second day, he makes even more progress, then he skips, he fails, okay? Then he makes progress again. But as you can see, the progress went down, okay? Because he lost the momentum. That's what happened, he lost the momentum. 1 plus 1 times 0 equals 0. So on this day, he started again kind of from start, from scratch. While the guy who shows up every day, look at the progress he makes. Bam, 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 constantly getting up, getting better, and just breaking that comfortable zone. Okay? This is how it works. That's why when I have boxing practice, literally I go Wednesday, Friday, and then there's the weekend. I don't go on the weekend. And then next week I go Monday and I feel sloppy as hell. Like on Monday I feel so weak. It feels like I'm restarting and I don't know nothing about boxing. While on the Friday I feel unstoppable, bro, because I train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, bro. I build all this momentum, then I rest at the weekend and I have to restart. This is not good. So you must understand, time isn't real. Only action is. The reason why there are millionaires who are freaking 17 is because they put it in the work required to be 17, to be a 17-year-old millionaire, bro. That's what they did. And a 50-year-old who is not a millionaire, who is just some fat guy broke, he didn't do the actions to be the freaking millionaire. It's just how it works. You do certain actions, you get certain results. Okay? Time isn't real, bro. If you work out twice a day, you're of course gonna make more progress than the guy who works out once a day. This is just how it works. The guy who wins a boxing fight is the guy who worked the most, who built the most skill, who had the most momentum. This is why a guy who trains 1 year of boxing, but he does it every single day, showing up every day, he's gonna make more progress, 100 times more progress than the guy who trains the same amount of time, but in a period of 5 years. The guy who trains that amount of time in 1 year makes a lot more progress because he has the momentum, okay? And so this is like an arcade machine. You know, your result is right here. You just have to hit this freaking crap, give certain amount of energy to reach the top, to reach the result. But your problem is that you're trying to hit multiple at the same time, bro. You're trying to get this goal, you're trying to get this goal, you're trying to get this goal. So you hit this once, you give some energy, then you go run to this one, give some energy, then you go run to hit this one, give some energy. But while you went to focus on this one, the progress you made here, you know, it was going up, then it went down. Okay? This is what you need to understand. You gotta fully lock in on one goal. And the universe does not care how much time you put, how much you deserve to achieve this goal. As I said, it takes X energy for W result, for Y result. So if you get a coach, if you have a brotherhood who has already been through the process and they just tell you the steps to avoid, they just tell you how to, you know, make more progress faster, how to skip trial and error, you're gonna freaking win way faster than the guys who don't. And the universe doesn't care, bro. The universe isn't, oh, but that guy, he's been trying to get a six pack for so long, man, he deserves it. Oh, no, the universe does not care. The universe simply cares if you do the right actions, you're gonna get X result. If you do the wrong actions, you're gonna get the wrong outcome, bro. This is how it works. You do the good habits, you get good life. You do the bad habits, you get bad life. And you can cheat the game of the universe by hiring the right people in your business, by getting a coach to burn faster. You know, he has been through what you have, so you just keep trial and error. When it comes down to getting clear skin, when it comes down to building muscle, so much easier to be around a brotherhood who is going through the same problems as you, and you can just learn by their mistakes. On a day-to-day basis, they go through the pain, and so you don't have to go through it. You don't have to do all the trial and error. So you gotta understand, you don't need more discipline, bro. You just need the discipline to create a habit. It takes 66 days to build a new habit, and then it's easy to maintain. I am so addicted to working out, bro. Every single day I work out. I've been doing it for like 3 years, every single day just working out. If I go to bed and I don't work out, I genuinely feel so stressed. I feel not good about myself. Because it's not like I'm super disciplined to working out. No, I just love it. It's a habit. It took discipline to build it. But then it's easy to maintain. And that's the same guys. That's the same thing with any of these guys. Usain Bolt, Ronaldo. Oh my god, how the hell did Usain Bolt train 10 years to run 1 minute? He must be so disciplined. No, bro. He was disciplined for 66 days. Then it's just easy. It's just his life. He just does it because he loves it, bro. So let's take a look why most people don't make it. Why most people don't get the results. Don't achieve their goals. This is the cycle people go through, okay? They get motivated, they get excited, they say, oh, New Year's resolution, 3 months till the end of the year, let's do this, haha. They write all their goals, they start showing up, they start waking up at 5, they start getting their workouts in. 3 days, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, working hard as hell, eating clean, reading, all this stuff. Then the dip appears. The dip is that time where it stops being fun, now it gets uncomfortable. Now it's getting uncomfortable, and here we see who is here just to talk and who is here to conquer, okay? So it gets uncomfortable, you start doubting yourself, you make excuses, and they essentially win if you quit. So when it comes down to cutting carbs and getting clear skin, people get the keto flu, they feel energy crashes, they get some brain fog sometimes, and they kind of stop and fall back into cravings for sugar. People doubt you when it comes down to your goals. They say, you're obsessed, what you doing? Just have some dessert with us. Don't care about your weight loss. Just have some cake, it's healthy. Moderation. You crave the bad habit, like searching the hub, and you fall back. You stop training as hard. You tell yourself, oh, I need some rest day. Training boxing too much can get brain damage. Can't do it. You need to sleep more. I need to sleep, bro. Waking up early is bad. You train with less intensity in the gym. You make excuses. Man, I've been putting so much work, bro. I can't do this. You get sore, and so you take a step back and rest. Your skin breaks out, and you kind of quit, and this doesn't matter, screw it. You get angry in your day-to-day life, and you just eat junk food without even thinking, like, it's just convenient. You're at a cafe with some friends, and you're like, I'm hungry, let me just get this bread with processed ham and cheese, who the hell cares? And you don't even think. It's only later you realize, oh my god, what did I do? What did I freaking do, bro? I just fell back on my goal. And then you get shiny object syndrome. So you fall back, you made the excuses and they won, and then you set a new goal, okay? People go back to their old ways, dumb beliefs and actions that they are comfortable with. You forget about eating clean, you just I fell back. Oh, I'm bulking actually. I'm bulking. I'm not cutting actually, and just go back to what you're comfortable with. I've seen this so many times, bro. People, they just forget about their goals 2 weeks in because it got hard, and they just, oh no, I'm actually switching my goal. My goal is actually not to train boxing as much. I'm just gonna do weights and eat whatever because I need to focus on work and scale my business. They just make excuses because it got hard, okay? They get to a plateau, and most people, they just switch their goal because it's easier than to actually go through the uncomfortable stuff and level up. And this is what we call persistence, is not seeing the results, feeling horrible, but regardless, you keep showing up. You keep doing the right actions. The one thing, you keep doing the one thing, as I told you, the one thing that drives you to achieve the result. So, yeah, the key to avoid the excuses to win is to think bigger, is to fantasize your goals every day. Just fantasize it. When you're in school, when you're in work, when you're driving, fantasize yourself driving the nice car, being around a good brotherhood, training hard every day. Fantasize about the work, bro. Fantasize about sparring, fantasize about being in the gym, fantasize about having a six-pack and clear skin, fantasize about, being the charismatic dude when he enters the room, people look at you. Fantasize about that. You must switch your goals to deeper stuff. So it's not getting a six-pack and clear skin. No, it's getting respect. It's getting more confident in meetings. It's getting more sales because I'm more confident in meetings. It's getting a better car because I made more sales. It's getting a better house because I also made more sales. It's getting a better environment. It's finding a right wife. Is having my own farm and raise amazing children there. So you see how we turned getting a six-pack and clear skin into having my own farm and raising amazing children, bro. The goal became so much more meaningful now. And so when you have the opportunity to sleep back and have that junk food, you're not gonna do it. Because if you do it, you're gonna lose the six-pack, which is gonna make you lose the perfect wife and the beautiful children. So you must get freaking pissed off, bro. Be freaking pissed off at your life right now. Of course, be grateful. But gratitude is different than contentment. Contentment is being comfortable. I'm good where I'm at. Screw it. And you laugh with those loser friends about football, about something that happened online when you know, what is this, man? I'm meant for more, bro. So look in the mirror and be ashamed of your physique. Be ashamed of your day-to-day life. You deserve better, bro. You deserve better. And you know it. That's why you're watching this video. To get better, man. So you must understand, every time it gets hard, this is God showing you that you're on the right path. Most people, when they start, oh, it seems fun. Oh, what was I thinking? Most people quit here. This is a deep. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I get it. I got my first win. Oh no, what am I doing, bro? I'm screwing up. Oh, and then you win. Okay, this is how it works. It isn't a straight line to success. And so, most people, they are actually able to break the deep. Okay, they break the deep. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, I get it. But then they get the big win. They get their fresh of air. So when you're going through the deep, when it's uncomfortable, it's like somebody's trying to drown you, bro. It's like somebody's pushing your head against the water, drowning you. You have this big ambition to reach 20k a month, to get a six-pack, to have clear skin, and somebody's freaking drowning you there, bro. But you get your first win. You get that client. You get no more breakouts. You win your first fight at boxing. You win that sparring. You get attention from some girls. It's been 2 weeks without releasing on NoFap. You see the six-pack appearing. You lose your first kg of fat. You get sharper jawline. Okay? So you get your first win. This is where most people fail. Okay? And I failed so many times on this place. You are climbing the mountain and you see the beautiful view and you get comfortable here. Okay? And this is where we see people who do it for the talk, or we see real champions. So people who do it for the talk, what happens is the ego takes over. Okay? You have your first big win, so you rest, you go on vacation, you celebrate like crazy, you forget what got you here, okay? You forget the sacrifices it took, you forget the amount of losses it took, and just think, oh, life is perfect, I can do this so many more times, I made it. You feel the need to tell others about your win, seeking that validation. You think you know it all, so you act as a teacher, trying to teach others all the time instead of listening and always trying to learn and see how you can improve. Most people, you don't analyze carefully what got you here, what you still could have done better, what mistakes you did. Okay? People just take the ego, I did it, and they don't analyze how they could have done it better. You treat it like an end goal instead of a step on the journey, so that sloppiness creeps in to fill the void, that slot. So you start being lazy to fill that void, okay? Bad habits want to fill that void inside of you because you're no longer filling that void with discipline. So a new event, a new challenge appears. A new boxing fight, you get a wedding, but because you just letted yourself go, your physique was good, so you started eating bad again, you got some fat. Now a new event, a new challenge shows up, a new opportunity shows up, a new meeting with a client shows up, but because you were so proud of, oh, I no longer get breakouts on my skin, you went back into eating sugar, you got new breakouts. So now, 1 week till the meeting, you go insane, you start starving yourself, and this leads to burnout. This leads to lack of clarity, focus on the day of the opportunity, and you end up missing the client. You don't close the client, or you lose that race which you had been won previously. You lose that fight. This happened to me last year, bro, with a run. I won a school run, then I went on vacations, and bam, 1 week before the run, I was training hard as hell. I even trained the day before to catch up on the vacation that I just slacked off. And bam, I lost completely on the race day because I was so tired from the previous training days. This is what happens. It's like the race from with the turtle and the rabbit. The rabbit took the rest and then he lost. The turtle was able to catch up on him, even if the turtle was a lot slower. And then what happens is these people become a yapper talking to a wall. Okay, they say, oh, in the past I did this, I achieved this, in the past I was the best at this game. You see it all the time with old people. But bro, what are you doing right now? It does not matter what you did. Oh, I achieved this. Shut the hell up. What are you doing right now, bro? That's what you gotta focus right now, not the past. And then you have the champion, the goddamn champion. He understands that God can take it away from you just like He gave you. God gave you clear skin after your hard work, but understand, He can get you full of acne, full of all these health issues, brain fog, gut issues, again, just like nothing. He can take away your physique, your muscles, like nothing. If you stop putting the work, He can take it away from you just like this. So this guy is always open-minded to the world and any situation, and operates any situation with a student mind, even if the situation looks unproductive, even if he's around people who look above him, under him, who are, not as skilled as him, who haven't achieved as much. This guy is still gonna listen carefully to these people and see how we can learn from them in any shape or form. So, the goal this guy achieved, he won his first fight, he got clear skin, he built a muscle, he got a six-pack. This goal was just a step of his big purpose, not the end goal. He analyzes and double downs on what works. He sees how he could have gotten better still, how he could have actually lost if he hadn't done X thing, what sacrifices he took to get here, and he double downs on that. He keeps silent, is humble, has a pre-win attack plan, okay? He doesn't win and just, I'm a rest, no, he has an attack plan. And for you to create this attack plan after you achieve something huge, a big win, watch this guide that I made, link in the description, that goes super in depth on how to not fall into this cycle right here, bro. This is the second biggest thing holding people back, is falling into this cycle and losing momentum. Okay, so watch this guide after this video, because if you win a certain goal but you don't have a pre-win attack plan, you're gonna fall back, and you don't want to be this guy, bro. You don't want to be this guy. Oh, I used to do this, I was a champion when I was a child, I won all these tournaments. Who the hell cares, man? What are you doing right now? You're doing nothing. You're drinking alcohol like a pussy, going to parties. So let's take a look at some things you must change right now, okay? This is mindset stuff. It's already yours. Any goal you want, the 3 goals we set in the beginning of the video, it's already yours, bro. It's yours. Chill. Don't worry about it. Write on the paper right now, I have X. I won X race. I won certain fight. I have weird skin. I have a six pack. Write down that. Don't write I'm gonna have, I will achieve. No, write I have. That's exactly what I did to win that school race. And it worked. I simply knew I was gonna win. I just had to do the actions. So I looked, okay, what do I have to do to win this actually? Not doing my best, no, what is required for me to win? Okay, I have to train every day, I have to run every day. So, that's what I did, bro. I just trained every day, I just did the actions required to win. And these goals are yours, but you're not working towards them. You're not working towards your dream, okay? You're fighting for them. You're fighting for your dreams. It's gonna happen, bro. It's yours. You're protecting the castle. The castle is your goals. You're not going to the castle and achieving it. No, you're defending the castle. The demons are gonna try to win your goals. This is what's happening, bro. You have people judging you. A woman is gonna come into your life. You're gonna get distracted by her. You have limiting beliefs holding you back to take the right action. You think you're always doing something wrong and what do you do? Nah. Instead of actually seeing improvements in your life, oh, I didn't get this client on this call and I didn't get a six pack, but I got the client to say, my product was good, but he didn't sign in for some reason. You build on top of wins. You just stop looking at the bad stuff and you look at the good stuff and you just double down on that. This was a limiting belief I went through recently. And you fall back into hanging out with the loser friends. Oh, it feels good. Have such a good time. Talk about life, spiritual stuff. This is just nonsense, waste of time, being degenerate but feeling productive. So these are demons that are gonna come into your life while you're defending your castle, pursuing your dreams, and you must say no to them. You must kill them. Every time you achieve a certain goal, every time you get closer to your goal, it's like killing a demon. If you're trying to get in shape, get clear skin, your family comes to you and gives you some cake. Oh, it's your birthday. If you refuse, if you say no, I don't do that, bam, you kill the demon and you're getting closer. You're defending the castle. Now, if you have the cake, what you did was literally, oh, demon, come inside the castle. You can destroy my dreams, destroy them, huh? That's what you're doing, bro. That's literally what you're doing. And when you have this mindset, you're not gonna let the demons enter, bro. It's a lot easier for us to, let's say I tell you, bro, do 20 push-ups or you lose $20. You're gonna do the 20 push-ups. Now if I tell you do 20 push-ups or you win $20, you're gonna be like, most people will say, I don't even care. Because people don't want to lose stuff. They don't mind not winning, but they don't want to lose something that's already theirs. So you must understand your goal is already yours, but if you don't do the actions, people are taking them away from you. If you don't do the right actions, that girl that you want, some other guy is gonna get her. The beautiful feminine wife you want, some guy is gonna get her, bro. That's how it works. You must change this mindset. I'm not building my dreams and you slack off. It doesn't even matter. I still got half-ass. I still made 1,000 instead of 2,000 in my business. No, you already have the 2,000, bro. 2,000. But these guys are gonna take it away from you if you don't do the work. Okay? And so here are some weapons you can use to kill the demons. Essentially, the demons are this quote right here, okay? Every time you level up, your old wife will try to call you back. Don't answer, bro. When you level up, the demons are gonna try to pull you back. And especially after you achieve a big win, you get cocky, you let the ego take over, you stop putting as much work. This is when the devil will attack the most. The demons will attack you the most right here, bro. When you're down. When you're winning, when you're having momentum, it's like God is helping you out to be the best. But when you're down, bro, things go bad. The demons attack the worst. So sometimes achieving a goal can even be worse than losing, because when you lose, you get all the motivation to keep going. But when you win, you kind of slack off, and that's when the demons attack the most. So here are some weapons to use against the demons, okay? These are some good examples, okay? Khabib and Conor McGregor. So Conor McGregor, even though I used him as the example for do it for the talk, he fell into this degeneracy. I don't know what happened to him, bro. But he was very good at stealing everybody's aura. He gets to somewhere and he's like, I'm the freaking man. And he's stealing energy from people. And that's exactly what you need to do when you get to the gym, when you get to boxing. You're not scared, bro. Yeah, you are scared of doing sparring. You're scared of, you don't feel like doing it. But you don't act as it. You get up there, let's do this freaking sparring, man. I'm going to fight the hardest guy here, I'm gonna fight the hardest opponent, bro. Who the hell cares? I'm the man. You steal everybody's aura. That's what you need to do. People will see you as the goddamn man. The man. And maybe you don't even believe in yourself. But because others do, you will start to believe in yourself. It will become reality. Fake it until you make it. And then humble yourself, bro. And do the work regardless of anything. Just don't care if you win, if you lose, just shut up, do the work, wake up at 5 a.m., work on yourself, go to the gym, build better relationships, cut out the loser friends, be around the right people, stop chasing stupid girls, and approach strangers every day, live a social life, eat clean, regardless, man, just do the right things and sacrifice the stupid stuff. The successful people simply did more of the right habits than the unsuccessful people, which did more of the bad habits. So life is not about not failing, okay? Life is about failing as much as possible. Think about it this way. Right now you're here on level 1. You're progressing, you fail, so you fall down. But because you fell down, people are gonna laugh, people are gonna judge you, who the hell cares? You're gonna feel unmotivated, who the hell cares? Now, you have the skill level to fall down into this building. Okay, I fell down again, I made good progress, but I fell down again. Okay, but now you learned from this fall, now you're in this building, I fell again. Okay, no, we're here, life is good, I fell again, but now we're here. I fell again, but now we're here, fail again. And you keep getting higher and higher. Understand, the higher you get, the higher the fall, but that's the name of the game, bro. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about learning from it and getting better. You will only get to the next level after a fail. That's just how it works, bro. It's crazy, man. Because we learn the hard way, bro. We never learn the easy way. We always learn after failure, after suffering, after pain. That's how we learn, bro. You see a guy driving like crazy, he will never learn to stop driving like a maniac until he crashes the car. So you get better after you fail. And so right now, let's go through this video, bro. And I want you to play this every day as your alarm clock or something, or after training. Just put these before going to bed, whatever, to reinforce in a way everything I just talked here, so you can stay and kill the dragons, so you can stay away from the dragons and kill them. Slay the dragons, slay the dragons. Let's watch this. What the hell, bro? It's not working. Okay, right here. Let's watch it. What the hell, bro? The undistracted app. Yeah, I have an undistracted app, so I don't get distracted. So yeah, I guess I will put the video I just told you in the description, which is a motivation video of Khabib. So watch that, and if you need one-on-one guidance to make sure you don't lose momentum, you need accountability, and you want to excel in terms of getting clear skin, building a shredded physique, getting that six-pack, look at this, bam! If you want help on that, then check the description, book a call, and I'll get you on the right track, brother. Let's freaking go. I hope you enjoyed this super valuable guide, man. This was insane. I did notice I stuttered sometimes, okay? But it's practice, it's building skill, okay? Nothing comes with easy work. Understand that, bro? God is good. See you on the next one. Subscribe.